Hello. Whew. I am here. And we are, one moment, just to get everything set up. Okay. I think we got everything set up. Today, I want to take a little bit of a break here. And I want to look at Game Boy Advance development. And you may be wondering why Game Boy Advance development. That sounds like kind of a wild departure from everything else that you've done. And you are correct. It is a wild departure from everything that I've done. But as you see, the thing is, this is an embedded ARM chip that heavily uses the thumb instructions, which is exactly what I'm doing for work. Yo, some. And I need practice. In fact, I need to try to get some code doing stuff. Some code working. So, we're going to dive right into it. Now, the first thing that you need to understand about C development for embedded platforms is like an embedded platform like this board right here. You got this board. How do you make this board do things? How do you make the Ethernet port talk? How do you make the USB talk? How do you make the GPIO port talk? Yes, Jerusalem, yes we are. You gotta. How do you make those things talk in C? Well, once you understand that all C is moving data around in memory, that's it. Because what you care about in embedded programming is actually something called the memory map. Let's look at the Game Boy Advance memory map. Where do I find it? We have a good, that's Game Boy map. Basically, the Game Boy Advance has memory, and it's going to be, you're going to basically use the memory map for everything. So for example, memory at 06, at this location, at a 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what is it? 100, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 6 million, hex 6 million, right? Let's link to that. I'll get it to you. Hex 6 million. That's where the video memory is. That's where the screen is. That's where the screen lives. So if you, I'll go to it. If you go and set this address in the Game Boy Advance of 4 million to hex 403, you will set the mode to mode 3 and use background 2. Now, or mode 4 background 2, I forget. The point being, the Game Boy Advance at this point sees memory at this location as a pure memory map. And I'll show you what that means. Now look here. Yo, Desp. I'll show you what that means here. I'm going to take this, I'm just going to delete all this code. And you know what? We're going to delete this code too. Because, yeah. We're going to delete all this code. because we're going to start from absolute 0. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to be blasting your stream like an hour to help you stream too, so I'm going to be your basically jack shit. You say, lol. I have your stream 200%. Nice. Yeah. So anyway. Bass boost that shit with his voice, lol. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to start by... Well, we're going to start coding. So here, I'm going to... This is my code. It's just a while loop. I'm going to compile it. Why did that? Why did that not work? One moment. I'm trying to figure out why this didn't work. Why did this not work? Actually, you see very clearly it's just clipping a lot. Make. What? What? I mean, I made this before. What's going on? Invalid argument. Make one. Rules 26. What? They're just mad because of GBA. Yeah, there is some guy that is trying to port Bevy, the Rust game engine, to work with Game Boy Advance and stuff. That's really cool. I'm just gonna try to do like bitmap stuff right now, but yeah, I have aspirations of making eventually like a Ruby game, but we'll figure it out later. Yeah. So this is a ARM DT17 chip. It has no it has no hardware division. It's a 16 megahertz chip too. It has a full 32-bit address space, which is pretty nice. But yeah, it's really slow, and you need your thumb instructions for this. Okay, so device or resource busy. Oh, do I have to like stop running this? Maybe. Oh, so the problem I was having was I had to close the emulator. Oh, that's annoying. You should do a calculate Game Boy, like a Game Boy calculate? One of those math calculations? Oh, well. Anyway, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna show you stuff. So, this right here is the screen pointer. So if we go here, and I say this, unsigned 16, because it's a short pointer, screen equals U16 pointer. So screen is going to be, or let's see, screen mem. And then I can do this. Mem set screen mem. I'm going to show you how do I build my program. Screen mem. So I'm going to set the memory at screen mem. I'm going to set it to zeros. And what we're going to get into things as we go. And we're going to set it to screen size. And what is screen size? Well, here's the thing. We're going to do a define up here. Define screen size. How big is a Game Boy Advance screen? You know, like how big is it? Well, it's going to be screen height times screen width. And if I mouse over them, screen height is 160 and screen width is 240. So the Game Boy Advance screen, if you remember, you're holding it, it's actually 240 pixels wide by 160 pixels tall. But there's one thing you need to remember, is that each pixel is 15-bit color. What does that mean? That means each pixel is 2 bytes instead of 1 byte. It's not grayscale. It's not a 1 byte pixel. It is a 2 byte pixel. Thanks. Thanks, Erasum. Width by height by width. Well, you know what? Just fine. I'm gonna. Desperate. Are you happy with that now? Anyway, what I'm saying is you need to multiply it by 2 because that's actually how big the buffer is. Now, the memory at 6 million hex is let's do this. We're going to do 160 times 240 times 2. That is 76K. That's 76 kilobytes of memory. There's actually 96 kilobytes of VRAM. What you can do is you can have extra data in the rest of the VRAM that you can't see because I'm going to be in mode 3. Wrong one, lol, that's my nice D&D stuff. Here. IO registers. Where is it? Basically, what I want to do is set well, we're not doing magic numbers. U16 pointer yeah, boys. So equals 403. I can't even. Okay, so here's the code. The contents at pointer, unsigned short pointer 4 million hex is going to be 403. This is mode 3 and background 2 selected. Mode 3 makes screen mem be seen as a 240x 160 times 2 bitmap. Yeah. So that's what the magic numbers are. So now that we have the screen size set correctly, well, we can actually run it. So let's try. So we're going to go here, going to make it. Okay. We're going to go here. Control 0. Okay. So we see a black screen. What if we change this to 255? And then build it. As you can see, I need to close this, which I think is stupid. Then we go here. And open it again. It's white. So 255 is white, and 0 is black. And the time is going to take the stream down purely because it has an emulator pop up. Well, guess what? I have a Game Boy Special Edition, so whatever. Okay, so it's 255 is white, 0 is black. Now remember, memset sets bytes. It doesn't set shorts, right? Let me show you something. Define RGB, RGB, let's see. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. RGB is to R plus G shifted left by 5 plus B shifted left by 10. And now why is this? Color is defined by 5 RGB. So we have 5 bits for red, 5 bits for green, and 5 bits for blue. It's 15 bits total. The most significant bit doesn't matter. And remember that memset sets bytes. So we are going to have to make our own memset. Void screen memset. Void pointer buffer. U16 unsigned 16 color. Size, my God. T size. Return buff. Does that mean we have 2 bits for alpha values or something? It means we have 1 bit for alpha, but that's not actually what this is. So there are, it's so confusing that I would say the Game Boy Advance memory map and graphics are it has elements from the original Game Boy, and it also has elements from the Super Nintendo. Let me see if I can explain a little better. Okay, so you have your VRAM, right here. You have your VRAM, and you have internal RAM, external RAM, and all that sort of stuff. You have background mode 0, 1, and 2. Don't worry about the modes. Basically, this is a bitmap. Okay, there's no transparency here. This is just 32,000 colors per pixel, 15-bit. The most significant bit isn't even transparency in this case. But if you do tiles, you do have a transparency bit that will, allow the purple, right? The purple background thing. That's what the transparency is. So it will allow transparency. You have tiles, which can also be transparent because you can layer. I think you can layer, I can't remember exactly how many, but you can layer like a few tiles on top of each other. There's background modes where it's a pure bitmap. There's backgrounds where each 8x8 tile is a window into a background buffer where in order to change what's on a screen, you actually just change colors in the background instead of changing what's being drawn. It's confusing, but it makes sense in terms of like actual games and stuff. No one uses the bitmap mode to make games ever because it is the most inefficient way to draw, because they're just not fast enough. The Game Boy Advance 60 megahertz, it's just not fast enough to update the screen. It's used for beginners because it teaches you how to get something drawn on the screen at all. But everything else, it's tiles, baby. It's tiles all the way down. If you go to the Tonk tutorial, which is amazing, there's crazy stuff. Complete crazy stuff where, see this ground is actually a tile map that is a background, but there's hardware rotation and stretching and stuff to mimic 3D stuff that is already there. See, this is a background. It's just stretched and stuff to make it look like it's tilted. It's insane. There's specific hardware on the Game Boy Advance to do this, and this math is truly beyond me. It truly is. It's like that create dirty cable instruction for the N64. Create dirty cache. Well, what does that mean? Create dirty cache N64. What is this talking about? It necessitated the use of greasy billiner and texture filtering, imparting an inherent scumminess to every tile. The low resolution, mangled, and recognizably billiner filtering. Is this just like someone messed up like texturing? What is this? I don't want to watch a video. The first video explains it. You know what?
Computers have a few functionalities programmers typically not consciously use, but for the sake of optimization, they sometimes should. One such functionality...
It's too long to watch. So let me see, what is the... I'll have to take a look at that. That looks very interesting. Okay, yeah, that does look very interesting. Yeah, this is documented stuff. This isn't undocumented stuff. Anyway, let's get back to the code here a little. So in other words, I need to make my own memset. So what we're going to do is we're going to say contents of buff equals C while basically, from what I remember, it would like ignore some stuff about the cache checking from the memory to CPU, and it wouldn't overwrite either, or force overwrite. I don't remember. Okay, I'll have to take a look. Let me look really quick into let me look at my old code for a second. I'm trying to remember how to write a memset. Okay, let's do this. So U16 pointer P equals buff. So the other thing you have to do for the Game Boy Advance is the idea that small data types are better is wrong. In fact, that's generally wrong. It's the data type that the board supports, the native data type. For a 32-bit machine, that means the native data is 32-bit in int. So an int will be the thing you want to iterate over. The int is what you want to set variables as. If you do anything shorter, unless you're using like thumb instructions and stuff, and like the IRAM or whatever, which uses a 16-bit data bus, you want shorts in that case. Otherwise, you need it to be 32-bit, because if it's an 8-bit variable, you're actually telling the compiler to truncate and shift that thing around in the registers, and it will slow you down sometimes by half speed. So for an 8-bit machine like the Altair, you want it all to be unsigned chars. But for a 32-bit machine like the Game Boy, you want it to be 32-bit or int. Int is generally ints change size depending on the compiler. So yeah. Okay. Okay, let's try that. Okay. So then I do this. Screen memset, screen mem, and instead I want to do RGB 255, 255, 255. Okay, what is this? $12.25. On-site conversion from int to U16. Let's try this. Cool. Fixed. I did just cast it. Makes it work better. Go here. Here. Control O to run the recent. That works. Now let's say here. RGB. RNG, maybe it's yellow. Let's see. That says white. That's, I don't know, man. What's going on? I keep yapping at random stuff. You do, lol. This is not kosher, folks. I'm not setting anything correctly. Nope. Let me comment this out. Making a 3D game without a render input. Without a renderer? How are you making a 3D game without a renderer, my guy? How does that even make sense? Writing everything with my time travel debugger in 0 unit tests. 0 unit test, what is that? Just YOLOing it? Okay. Okay. Something is not working. The time travel debugger is the testing. Oh, okay. Basically, why is this not working? Set screen mem 0 screen size times 2. I import ticks and simulate forward or backwards. Oh, what job do you do, Desp? This is a solo project and it's all my code. Yo, is that all in C? Why is this? You know what? I'm gonna cave. I'm gonna ask Gemini. Don't hate me for this, but it's a TypeScript. Lol. Nice. Game on a Game Boy Advance project, but I can't seem to make my own set function work to set the screen memory. Why will my screen memset not work at all, but memset does? I wanted to see how good I could make something. That's like just an obvious thing to do. No, okay, with everything you're doing a minute, okay. I mean with everything right now in a minified JS bundle, it's 50 kilobytes. That's pretty dope. But why is... But no renderer input. I gotcha. So this should be a color. It isn't. Oh my god. There's my code. Why does it still not work? The screen is still white. RGB 31. So it's saying that RG and B are between 0 and 31. Okay. I don't understand. So it's like the screen pointer isn't being and the code base is so small enough to feed into ChatGPT 03 and make it know the entire code base. That's pretty dope. I have to inspect the screen pointer, even the correct color. Verify screen mem. Set the top left pixel to red. You know what? Let's do that. screen mem 0 equals RGB 3100. Nintendo's program is always terrible. This is beyond, like, oh, look at that. See, look, there it is. There's my red pixel right up there. Like, this is beyond terrible. This is like straight up just wrong. If isn't the screen mem set if the pixel's not set? Okay. Oh my gosh, you see that? You see this? Reg discount in mode 3 and BG2 enable? It knows I'm using GBA Dev. It knows. It just knows. It just knows what I'm doing. That's pretty awesome. So reg disp count mode 3 and BG2 enable is what this does. We can't see Gemini. I know. So basically, it knows I'm using the Game Boy Advance dev kit. So it's like it scrapes so much data from the web that it knows that these registers are a thing. Screen mem set screen mem, screen size. It's this code. This code is doing wrong. And I don't know why. I just don't know why. I swear I'm gonna find out and it's just gonna be something stupid. Yep, it's still there. My you can see it, my red pixel is right there. So screen mem exists. Let me, you know what? Let me can I do buff 0 equals RGB 3100? Make Are you meaning to return buff, not p? Yes, I want to return the original pointer. That's kind of what memset does to the in a spec. Also, it shouldn't matter at all. If you look here, the original, yep, it's the top right left is red. And you know what? We're gonna go in here and we're gonna change it. Yep, see, look at that. It's green. So this works. So while size, less than or equal to. Okay, well, size less than, well, size is greater than 0 in decrement. The pointer, the stuff at P should equal C, and then you increment. Size greater than 0. Okay, we're just breaking it down. We got something. We got something. Hang on. What was the red pixel? 3100? Let's try that. Yeah, we got the bright purple. We got the transparency purple, right? This should be red. It's red. And if we load it, you can see how fast you can see it's like not instant. Okay. So let's run down the optimization. Okay, let's try out this. Okay, that's still red. I don't understand. I don't understand why. I don't understand why it wasn't working before. I don't even understand. Holy crap. I don't understand. Well, we have Scream M set. So that's cool. Cool. What do I want to do now? So let's say I want to set black. Yeah, you know what we can do? GB 000. Cool. And then thirty-one. There, white. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So we can get rid of that. Cool. So clear screen to white. Oh, and then let's let's do this. Yep, white, eater, yep. Sets screen memory to your 16C color. And then let's actually do this. U16, no, int size equals screen size times 2. Okay. So then I don't have to pass in screen size because, well, you've already done it. You already know what it is. That's not what I wanted. Looks good. Let's just try black. Cool. Define red GB 31 0 0. Cool. Okay, so we have the screen cleared to white. Let us do stuff. I want to draw. What do I want to do? I want to draw a pixel. No, I want to draw a little square. Let's draw a little square. Draw a square. X, Y. With height. Okay. Int X. X, Y, width and height. You'll see where I'm going with this. X equals 10. Y equals 10. There we go. No, I can't do that. X equals Y equals 10. No. Cool. Would draw square int X int Y int W int H. Draws a square at chords X, Y, and size, width, height. Okay. Cool. Width equals height. And let's change this to draw a rectangle. Equals 5. Cool. Now let's figure this out. Order definition, VRAM. One moment, I'm just looking to see if there's a shorter way to write for the VRAM. Let me look. VRAM. VRAM. VidMem. So let's try this. Go here. Define RAM, VRAM. I'm just making things easier for me right now. Okay. Then what I do is I change this. Okay, now let's see if things are making. Okay, built. Should be black. Yes, it is black. Let me step out for just a second. Okay, I am back. SDSD, what? Whoa. Okay. So anyway, where I'm at right now is drawing a rectangle. Let's figure this out. So the way we do this, to draw pixel at x, y, you do this. You do y times screen width plus x. That's how you do it. So I would do for int I equals 0, I less than width, I plus I will do vid mem y times screen width plus x equals RGB red. Only pass it as an int, and then cast it to a U16. So x, so I'm going to draw the width, I'm going to draw the width first. That's going to be plus I. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing and you may be asking, Patrick, what are you doing? Well, why use 200% lol? I'm sorry. I know, and I hit the microphone. I'm sorry. That's it's not my fault you're doing other stuff. You may be asking, why am I doing this? And the answer is because why would I do multiple for loops when I could just do 2 for loops that will do both the width, like the horizontal, and then also the vertical. So let's do that. What's going on? Why is that not a... Why am I passing in red? I don't need to pass in... Well, I do. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, there we go. That's why I had the semicolon at the end. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do for int I equals 0, I less than height plus I. And we're actually going to speed this up by doing int I here, so we don't have to initialize 2 sets of I on the stack. And then we're going to do we're going to do y plus I. Okay, that's the first vertical one. Then we're going to do the second vertical one. Okay, how much you want to bet this works on the first go? We should see a red square. Ha ha ha! Look at that. Is there a way to like just have this like there? Alright, is there a way to yeah, let's do that. So why is that not being set? The second, this is not being set correctly. Ah, it's because of this. There. I was incrementing, so lol, that's, basically what's happening is with the plus plus, it works great for like single uses, but if you use it, wait, no, I think I'm just talking up my butt. Yeah, I'm just talking out of my butt. I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is fine. Okay, why is it not working? The second part isn't rendering correctly. Let's try making it again. Why is that not working? What? Let's try a different number, see if there's like a, you know, odd, even. No, it's still, see how there's still not a pixel there? It's the second vertical, it's the second horizontal and the second vertical. Why is it not drawing? What the hell am I doing? It's this. This runs too far. Also, hang on. I also don't need to draw these. Hang on. Look. Okay, so that draws, right? That's there. Oh my god. So, and it had it alone. When I had it alone, it worked. Let's try this. It's drawing. Maybe it's doing something weird when I like write twice to it really quick. So let's solve that problem. So horizontal, and then what I want to do is H plus plus, and then I want to do -2 because I'm going to shrink the vertical drawing. I don't know what is going on. Honestly, folks. Why is that pixel not drawing? Y times screen plus X. Did the programming summarize it? Right? I don't. Is this a hardware thing, or am I just? Because like this should make sense. This should just draw, dog. This is exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Journals and find transformations, bits for key states. So the key states will be really fun. We'll actually be try to move that square around. The Tonk tutorial is fantastic, by the way. Basically, this part's telling you if you use even like unsigned shorts and signed ins, or sorry, signed chars, like for like this sort of thing, for looping, it will changing the data types to the correct ones will increase the code speed by 78%. It is insane. Use 32-bit variables where you can. Use others only when you have to. Right. Oh my god. I do have a one of these things that basically I have like a little SD card cartridge that I can like plug into a real Game Boy Advance. So what's really cool about the Game Boy Advance, and actually any LCD screen you see, it works just like a TV. There's actually horizontal blanking and there's vertical blanking. So you have, it draws on the screen, right? But you have blanking just like any other video display mode. And your game code will run during the blanking. So it is up to you to make your game code very fast. And this describes how many cycles you have to work with. Colors and palettes. This is what I was talking about. The Game Boy Advance is capable of displaying 16-bit colors in the 555 format. So 5 for red, 5 for green, 5 for blue. Bitmaps, display registers, VSyncing, busy loop. Basically, is it a... Hang on. Is this... One moment, I'm just trying to see if this is just stupid, just stupid stuff. No, probably not. I was wondering if like maybe there's like a video mode that I didn't have enabled that was causing things to draw wrong. You know what? Let me ask. I'm gonna ask Gemini again. Here's my code now. For some reason, the lower rightmost pixel of the square is not drawn or is drawn black. I tested both for loops individually and they draw the expected vertical lines. What is wrong with this code? And before I look some more, let me just make sure. Yep. Yeah, they work. I don't individually. I don't know why. Up and one error in your direct function, especially how you calculate the indices for the bottom right edges. This one. I swear to God, if this is it. What? It works. Why did that work? Why did that work? Okay, let me read, like, actually in depth, because I obviously am stupid. I think I'm good at C. I'm obviously not good at C. I'm not even good at programming. You know what? Where is it? Retard alert. Retard alert. Okay, let's sort this out. Why did this not work before? The issue is a classic off by one error in your direct function, specifically how you calculate the indices for the bottom and the right edges of the rectangle. Here's the problem. Edge calculation. In your loops, you use y plus height and x plus width. Bro, turn it down. I'll try to remember. I'm sorry, man. I get into the zone. Yo, you still working on the beat, though? Anyway, edge calculate. Yeah, okay. Y plus height, x plus width for the bottom and right edges, respectively. However, since your loops iterate from 0 to width minus 1 or height minus 1, these calculations go 1 pixel too far. No beat, gotcha. You're writing to... Oh, just blasting music. I gotcha. Okay, I'll try to be cognizant. I'm sorry, man. I am sorry. You're writing to y plus height, which is the line after the rectangle, and x plus width, which is after the rectangle. I don't understand what this is saying. The code works, but I don't know what it's saying. Explanation of the code. The bottom line, instead of y plus h, we now use y plus h minus 1, since y is the starting row, okay, and h is the height. Y plus h minus 1 is the index of the last row within the rectangle. If I have... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. I'm sorry, bro. If I have one row, h equals 1, then I'll actually be drawing everything down instead of... I gotcha. Because so you have height 2, right? So you have height 2. 0, 1, 2 is what you'd be drawing. You actually want to do 0, 1. Right line. Similarly, instead of x plus width, we use x plus width minus 1. X is the starting column and width is the width. So x plus width minus 1 is the index of the last column within the rectangle. So these changes the bottom right edges. Oh, so it wasn't like a pixel was missing. I was just drawing them too big so that the pixel was never drawn, because those, the last, the let me do it to you. The rightmost and the bottommost were actually drawn too far away from each other, so I was appearing to misdraw a pixel that it was empty. No, those lines were just off by 1. Gotcha. Oh, the second lines I was drawing were too far. There was no real missing pixel. Exactly, it wasn't a pixel missing, it's just one position too far. Okay. You want to make the square move with arrow keys? Let's do this. Let's do this. So, well one. If not keys. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Tonk and keypad. Key down. You know what? Let's look. Let's look. Yo, Des, what do you do for work? You seem to be extremely knowledgeable in the ways of, well, the embedded controller. You don't have a job. Bro, you should get one. You'd make bank. Hmm. "17, bro, if you're 17 and you're talking the kind of computer talk you're talking, you're gonna make it far. Absolutely far. That's insane. Don't ever worry about not having the tech skills to get a job. Um, you know, like I don't know what you're planning on doing to get a job for tech. If you want to do that, you might worry that you have to like worry about interview questions like how do I do a linked list in JavaScript or something like that. And I'm sure like things like people like Google or Microsoft will ask you those questions. But if it's any other tech job, AI overloads, right? But if it's any other tech job, like, I do Oregon, right? Vehicle data people. I didn't answer any of those questions. I showed them my portfolio. I was like, yo, I have all these old computers and I do cool embedded stuff. I think cool embedded stuff. Hire me, please. And they're like, well, you seem like a cool dude, so let's hire you on. My first job, my military defense job, I just showed them what I do with graphing calculators, and they were like, sure, like you look interesting, like especially if you're very shy isn't the right word, socially inept, and interviews you're not really sure how to do, just spurg out about your computer interests, and it will impress them in some way or another. And because chances are there's another spurg on a team just like you, and they'll want you on. So yeah, don't ever sweat it. Let's say I equals I'm just seeing how I'm doing this, equals y plus 1 greater than equal to equals plus y. I can do this. Plus y mod screen I'm so really lazy, lol. Yeah, I totally understand. I'm trying to figure this one out. How do I increment a value easily with a ternary operator, but have the number, have the value clamped between 0 and a max value? I've been sleeping for 11 hours every day. I mean, good sleep is good, man. Sleep is really good. How do I do this in C? Too much sleep, bro? What do you mean too much sleep? Do you like go exercise or something at all? Do you go to hit the gym, go run, something, anything? I saw I was walking out of my bed to take care of my dog. Oh my gosh. I would suggest, I mean, I am very biased, but I would suggest hitting weights, man. It's fun. Like, I'm not, the toughest dude around, but, you know, strong enough. It's good exercise. I go to the gym 3 days a week, an hour and a half each time. It's all you need. Hit weights heavy, power lift, man. $450 bench, is that natty, dog? Is that natty? You sure about that? Is that natty? Yeah, it is achievable natty. You gotta be super hardcore though. My PR on bench is 255. I want to get to 315. I really do. He is natty. Yeah, I really want to get 315 natty. It's hard. It's super hard. Like hitting 225 on bench is hard enough, but I want to hit 315 on bench. Your dad's probably way bigger than me. Tore some shit in his shoulder shortly after. Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, you gotta be careful, man. I mean, everyone's vulnerable to that. Push that one last rep, or just 5 more pounds, bro. Just 10 more pounds, bro. Yeah, I mean, I've tore my ass deadlifting. I did 4 plate deadlift, and I haven't been able to go up since because the next 2 weeks after that, I started warming up at 315 for deadlift, and my butt I felt it just tear, and that was the worst tear I've had. I mean, it took 5 months to heal totally, and I'm scared honestly to get back to it. Yeah, it do suck. It does suck, man. That shoulder thing was like 4 years ago, and he can't even go over 320 anymore without it feeling like shit. Yeah, I 100% believe that. It's insane. I've talked with like neighbors, and yeah. I mean, still 300 is insane, dog. But like, I talk with neighbors, like, middle-aged people will be feeling their elementary school injuries. It's insane. They don't really tell you that in the movies or anything, but like you don't really heal from any injury. Not really. Yeah, real man. I don't want to. I need my shoulders to like type and stuff. I don't need to. I don't need to screw up my chest or shoulders. Got 2 injuries on my right leg. What did you do? What'd you do, man? both from like when I was around 10. One was knee and one was in my shin. Did you like torque your knee and tear an ACL or something? My older sister did that once skiing. She was skiing on one leg in powder in bumps. I'm like, I don't ever understand. The instructor told her to do this. I think the instructor felt bad afterwards. She had to like ride down the sled, but like, yeah, her knee was screwed up. No penny pressure at all. My right leg, it hurts like hell. But biking, anything hurts a lot. I'm like, no, man, that sucks. Was it like just didn't heal properly? Yeah. Pretty sure I fell downstairs or something. Stream delay is something else. There shouldn't be a stream delay. Oh, the stream delay. No, stream delay is a lot, but also realize I'm looking at code and your chat is up in the left corner, so I may not see it. Yeah. I'm really newbie at this. I haven't really, you know what? I haven't really figured out how to like. There you go. No, now you're there. Well, yeah, well. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, the stream is 720p. I don't know why. I'm using OBS. I'm wired right in. I don't understand why it's 720p. Maybe like there's some like encoding thing I don't have right. It's like too big. It's 5 megabits per second. It is a big screen, but I tried like reducing like size and stuff, like reducing frame rate and stuff, and it still wants to be 720p. I'll try to fix it at some point like soon because it is a pain and I do hate it. As you can tell, I'm not a professional. Settings video. I have so canvas size. Oh, output scaled resolution. I see what you mean. Yeah. Or settings output streaming rescale. It's one of those. Okay, I'll do that next round. I'm sorry. I do apologize for doing this weird. Yeah. There's also some weird. It's like 1719 by 720. Um. How do I? Uh. You know what? Maybe it's this. Maybe I do need to make. Is it possible to simulate a key press so you know it actually works and just isn't the emulator? You are so smart, Dust. You are so smart. Unit test, what is that? Hey, look at that. That's just kind of. What is a unit test? I don't even know, man. So why is it waiting? That's why is it like pausing? Is it just loading? I did. I mean, it's the world's as you can see how awful it is. Like clearing the screen and then redrawing. It's just so awful. That's why you don't use background like bitmap mode for this. Use tile mode for stuff. Why is it like? You see how it like takes a while? Why is it taking a while? True, right? Yeah, just play for the best. You know what? You know what may be happening? I think what's happening is well, watch this. Isn't that what the V-blank is? Yeah. Okay, this is terrifying. So I can draw it outside the while loop, but not inside the while loop. What if the while loop is rushing and is having the frame try to draw over and over and over but can't display it? So you're saying put a delay in there? Yes, for testing. What if you said it works outside the while loop? Right. Right. No, I got you. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this in. Hmm. The interrupt wait, I think, is like literally actually wait until the v blank is there. Yeah, there we go. So Yeah, I did just, it did just completely break it. Right. So basically, you're exactly right. You have to have the VSync there. See, it works, but now I gotta put this back in. I don't know why vblank interrupt wait is broken. Maybe it's just because I'm using a background mode instead of a tile mode like I should be doing. I mean, hang on. One moment. Maybe I need to... There. Yeah, it has to happen before, yeah. Eee, look at that. Well, apparently... Well, hang on, let's not go that far to say that it works. So I'm pressing keys. And nothing's happening. Tools. Nope. What is going on? Yeah. I'll be here. Let's see. X. What? What is going on? What is going on? Okay. So I'll have to look in the audio. Cool. So if we go here, go down here. The blank. Yes, copying and pasting my favorite. Yeah, I thought you did a shit ton of progress in like 2 minutes. No, not at all. Basically, I'm just trying to get these keys working, man. Well, the example is this, right? It's not much. You know what? I'm putting a scan keys in here. I don't know. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try that out. What is scan keys? Obtain current keypad states. It is in GBA input. That would be useful. Nice, nice. Yeah, I saw that right when you noticed. Wait, look at that. It works. Okay. You probably just need that. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I don't know why it didn't say that, but I don't need VidVsync anymore. I don't think, because I think VSync just the interrupt will take care of it for me. Yeah, here. So how do I do... Hang on. Scan keys. Let me go to definition. Okay, so I want to do it repeat, so I can like press the arrow, the key down, and then it'll keep going. Obtain the current keypad state with repeat. What if I do that? Okay, so I'm pressing the key down, and this is how long it's taking. Is there like a... What? Hang on. Returns the keys and which have been pressed since the last call. The keys down. The keys are recent in this call. Keys which are pressed will not be reported again until they've been held for the times specified using set repeat. Okay, we're doing this, folks. Set repeat, exactly. So let's do that. I said it before you said that, lol. I don't know what the... What is... What is set repeat? You're right, lowercase. Okay, thank you so much, yeah. Set delay, the count before the key starts to repeat. Set repeat, the count after which the key will repeat. So, what keys held? Okay, that's kind of fun. Return which keys, which have been pressed down since last key up. Oh, I think it was literally just, I just scrolled down the page once. Oh, man. Oh, that's fun. This is a way to use tooltips more effectively for Visual Studio. Excuse your desk. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, anyway. What if I just do 0, 0? It's probably going to be absolute garbage. Completely way too fast. This is embedded programming, folks. I don't know. Maybe that's so fast it's just too fast. Let's do 1 on 1. Oh, that's, whoa. Well, it's working, kind of. It's not, it's, okay, yeah, I need to, make it a little slower. Okay. I was like doing keys and like things weren't drawing correctly. I think it's in milliseconds. You say, okay, so set delay is the count before which the key starts to repeat, the count at which the key will repeat. So if I'm slamming the key 1 millisecond at a time, and yeah, obviously things are going to go bad. So let's do like 10, which is the number at which the key will repeat. So the number at which the key will repeat. Let's say like 100 milliseconds. You slam it. And then the count before the key starts to repeat. Let's do a hit, and then like half a second. So let's do there. Let's try that. Let's try that. 500, and then 100. Well, I'm hitting it, and I'm holding it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's microseconds. Yeah, it might be just something. I'm gonna cut the factor down by 10. There's no way to, there's no way to get into it. This is a hook into a library. So if I were to go here and then go load GBA, you see these are all headers. If I went into here and then like looked at here, I would probably be able to see the code. You know what? GDB C library .a. Yeah, so my Nintendo Switch is in the bedroom right now, but basically, you know how you leave the Nintendo Switch in the dock, and it just killed the battery over time. It was plugged in, it just did not hold the charge, and like you take it out, and if the battery hits 0, it's a LiPo, not a lithium ion, so like there's no real good circuitry to like protect the battery, so it just didn't work. And this is a 0-day switch, so I don't want to get rid of it because it's so easy to jailbreak. Like a Chromebook modding. No, it's just replacing the battery. So, and I did, and the battery now works. But the problem is, if you go to replace a switch battery, the battery is glued in with adhesive like no other. It is unreal. And what you need to do is you need to put, you can't heat it up because it's a battery. So what you do is you put isopropyl alcohol in there. Like you put some in there and you hope it'll seep in and start eating away at that adhesive. It works, but if it drips into the screen, it fucks it. I mean, I don't have it in here, but like the screen is ruined. Now, luckily, I use it a lot. My fiance uses it a lot in the dock on the screen on like a TV, so it's fine. But it's unreal. It is so, and it's not like, oh, there's some liquid under the screen, I just wait for it to dry. No, it's like screwed up the adhesive of like the plastic on the LCD into weird splotches. Yeah, Nintendo is everyone's worst enemy. So I'm now gonna have to look at a screen replacement if I want to make it back to stock. Now, when you're playing a game, you don't really notice it, but it is quite a shame. Yo, good night, Harrison. Anyway, I don't think I can do breakpoints here, or like figure out library code. Anyway, let's figure this out. Can we make it? Okay, so that's better. So can I do 50 there and then 1 here? Nope. Nope. Let's do 2. Because, like, I'm trying to think, like, why would you, like, well, I don't know, maybe you'd set, okay, that's more like it. So as you see, basically I have to, like, clear the screen and then redraw it. With a tile, you wouldn't do that. You would just physically move the tile. Yeah, or you would tell a screen mask to turn windows, like little tile windows, on and off to move it around. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. GBA programming based on the stream sucks. GBA programming does suck. But I'm going to do it. I'm gonna add it to my repertoire because I just want it. I just want to. I think once you get out of the land of bitmap graphics and you start using tiles like a real man and like what you're supposed to be doing, I think things will be easier. There's like a ton of, like, you know, scrolling background or like text or stuff like that. It's just a whole lot easier. It is actually, like, and as far as I can see, it's an easy program. It's an easy programming platform. It's just, you just have to understand the hardware and what it does. It is a steep learning curve if you don't know what it does. So you have to like sit down and read the memory map and stuff. Yeah. So, oh well. I think next time I do this, I want to do tiles because that's exactly what, kind of the same exact thing I'm going to be doing on this. Is I want to do tiles, so I'll just like copy my code over. It has the same kind of display engine. So yeah, that's going to be a pain in the ass. No, it's not. Tiles will be easier. Bitmap graphics suck. They're easy, but they suck. Also, remember, my screen memset doesn't work the best. Yeah, it will be easier, yeah. Because this isn't fast. Now, there is something which I actually, before we leave, let me look at this. Game Boy Advance fast copy memset. It was like, let me try to find it again. GBA BIOS. Okay. Yeah. There was something like CPU fast set. And then if you look at the BIOS, Game Boy Advance BIOS. Software interrupts 6. That's not what I'm doing. CPU fast set. What is CPU fast set? What is CPU fast set? Game Boy Advance BIOS. What is going on? Is that just... Oh man, 0 memory. Hang on. So if I did 0, hang on, let me look at this. Black is 0. 0 memory. Hey, hang on. Let's see if I can make this just a little faster. GBA CPU okay, CPU fast set, and then basically I just want to go to definition. Because it should be right, not unless this guy, syscalls doesn't have the same GBA BIOS stuff in here. Oh, that'd be a shame. You know what? CPU okay, let's just try it. So source is going to be vid mem. No. But what if I do this? Doop boop ba doo. Doop boop ba doo. And then I just go over here. So to value equals 0. I'm going to say that source equals 0 value. Source load the address that points to 0 into the first argument of CPU fast set. Load the destination address in the second argument. The length is a third. This would be really cool. I'm just trying to do some assembly to do much faster stuff. It's much faster. Look at that. Look at that. It's so much faster than me drawing it. It's so much faster. So if I am using like bitmap mode, like it's not perfect obviously, but it is so much faster. So basically, if I remove this, I can basically just the length, the loaded destination address, source address that points to 0. So 0 would be here. I can basically just make a pass. I could just do a, instead of a zero memory, I just do a mem copy. And this software interrupt C 0 or OC is the CPU fast set. It's like a block memory copy, but it just does it for you automatically. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that something? And you know what I could do? How do I do keys held? Obtain the current keypad held state. Returns the keys which have been pressed since the last key up. You can't use C++, but yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that works much better. You know what? Hmm. Yo. Check this out. Hey. What's this look like? What's that look like, huh? With my special assembly zero memory to instantly clear the screen. Exactly. It could be breakout. It could be pop. You know what? You know what? I'll do breakout because I haven't made breakout, and it seems like a very interesting thing. I'll make the trashiest version of breakout you could ever play on a Game Boy Advance. What? 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 What was that? What was that? What was that? We. I think it's just because the step isn't correct. There. Let's try that. Oh, what did I do? Ah. If I want the worst possible break it, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna keep it in. That's a great idea. It's a feature. No, it's not a feature yet. World's trashiest breakout game. Yes, the bar is supposed to draw wrong after reaching the end of your screen. Boom! Now it's a feature. Can't get mad at that now, can we? Cool. And because the X the screen is just one thing, so it's totally fine. So even though it's like this, you can still back it up like that. We find that isn't game breaking. You need to keep it in. Des, I love the way you think. We're gonna do that, okay? I'm gonna try to pledge that. I mean, we'll have to make sure it's not silly, like too silly, but we'll keep it in. We'll try to keep in non-game breaking features. Cool. It just works, Todd Howard. Oh my God, yes. Non-game breaking. We'll see what happens. Okay, I gotta hit the sack. I gotta go to bed. But yeah, this was very fun, and I will continue doing this because I kind of have to use essentially some of this code on my actual work. So yeah, I will go to bed, and I'll see you later, man. Another tomorrow. I gotta sleep. Like for reals. I think Wednesday, so day after tomorrow, I'll do one. So yeah. Hey, Nesquita, I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah. Please pipe in whenever you want. I'm not shy at all. Don't be shy. Good night, Des. Good night, Nesquita. See you next time.